Alright, so here's some fun stuff with Dagger of Amon. It was asked in Discord if this trick still works. Let me kind of demonstrate this. I'm going off of pre-recorded footage here. So the trick in question is something that you can see if you take a look at Bill Bull's previous world record from a while back. But basically, in Act 5, what you're supposed to do is click repeatedly on this door, and you can clip through it. Then that way you can skip having to go hide in the Egyptian room and coming back out. I managed to make this work. This is in Urquan's Scum VM, and the most consistent way I could get it to work was just holding Enter and then repeatedly left-clicking, and it just kind of looks like that. And then you don't have to hide or do anything of that nature. What's fun about this one, though, is that you can do this at any time. For example, you can do that in Act 2. So here we are at the party scene, and since that area is now open to us, we can head on over, go in, and get it. Of course, the problem is during Act 2, you don't have the items that you need to get out of the room down here. You can't finish the game, right? You don't have the cheese at this point. You can't even get out of this room because you don't have the snake catcher. In fact, the game will tell you you can't reach the snake in that way, and so you're just you're stuck. You can't go anywhere. So I did have one idea, though, and that was maybe at the end of Act 4, what you could do is use this to avoid having to watch the transition screen, where it says act whatever, and it plays that long music cue. So it would look something like this. Here we've got the Countess. You investigate her body. You grab the smelling salts, because you need that to get Steve to wake up. Obviously, you'd be going faster than I'm going here to make up for the time. Head on in, and then, do the rest of it, and that way. You don't really have to save that much time, because really the only time that you're saving would be that transition screen, the act transition, because you get the smelling salts at the very end of Act 4 anyway. The only problem is the game actually does keep track of what act you're in. So if you do that the way I just showed and don't go to Act 5 properly, then you go through all this stuff here. You hit the button on Rex. You get to the end of what should be Act 5. And I bet you can guess what's going to happen here. You go right back into Act 5 again, because the game thinks that you're still in Act 4. We transition to the next act, which is not the coroner's inquest, but is Act 5 again. And we're being chased again. So you'd have to do that all over again. Doesn't really help much, but I thought that was funny, so I thought I would share. Incidentally, I also was having trouble getting this to work in vanilla Scum VM. I know that Bill was running his game in version 2.0 of Scum VM. This is the official version 2.6.1, I believe, whatever the latest version is. And I could not get this to work in that. I could only get it to work in Urquan's Scum VM. So maybe I'm doing it wrong. Anyway, something fun.